Well, I read to you from Exodus chapter 2. The baby boys were taken and thrown into the Nile River. And we know, of course, that crocodiles were a large part of that particular river of that day. And the purpose was very simple. Throw the babies in there, feed the crocodiles. And the crocodiles, of course, didn't take very long. It said that the powerful jaws, razor-sharp teeth, would destroy an adult in just 2 or 3 bites. Well, the baby was just a snack for that crocodile. And so they welcomed their lunch for that particular day. Baby was gone in an instant. And so Pharaoh knew quite well that by taking all of those children, throwing them out, eventually the Hebrew men would be gone. And he could force the women and the children to be the slaves that he wanted them to be. In verse 22 of that chapter, every boy that was born must be thrown into the river, but let every girl live. Now, we can't imagine, it just blows our mind to think of how cruel that was. A new baby just born, and now have to take it and throw it into the river. That was his decree. That was his law. But Pharaoh didn't really count on the extreme love, the devotion, the determination, the God-given guidance of one particular woman. And let's not diminish it by any means. The fact that many children were being born, and sorrow, deep, deep sorrow, was very much a part of life for many of the people. And the community must have been overwhelmed. But God had placed one lady. Her name is not even mentioned there in Exodus. She is mentioned over in Hebrews later on as being one of the faithful people of the Lord, a woman of faith. Well, for a few moments we're going to look at that woman. And maybe we can just glean from it just a little bit about, I suppose, what a mother is expected to be, what a mother is, what's involved with being a mother. Well, number one, this mother's wisdom. A woman of wisdom. A woman of wisdom. Now that's just not knowledge, not just knowing a few facts or having certain knowledge in certain areas, but a person with godly wisdom. And verse 2 says, when she saw he was a fine child, she hid him for 3 months. And when she could hide him no longer, well, we'll go on with the rest of the story a little later. But in her wisdom, God had spoken to her. We're not sure of how it went on, but certainly she was to hide that son. Now, that would be fine. If they were living in a palace, and if they had all kinds of rooms, and they had a place there that they could put the baby, and nobody would hear the baby, and all that kind of thing. But that's not the situation they were in. Let's not forget that these people were living in, probably we would refer to them as shacks. A little cottage, at the best. Maybe 2 rooms. But it wasn't really a private spot. But somehow or another, she was able to take that baby and for 3 years hide him there in her home. Now, when we think of, he wasn't the only child. Miriam, his sister, was about 10 years old. So 9, 10, 11. So, she's going to go out and play, and she's going to be all excited about her baby, but she can't go out and say, "Oh, we got a baby. Mama's hiding the little one." No. Aaron was 3, 4 years old. Again, he was old enough so he escaped that law that had been made. But the excitement, no, tell nobody, say nothing about him, just let him in. Well, in her wisdom, she was able to do it. She was able to take care of that child and make sure that he was looked after. But the time came when she could no longer do it. But again, she didn't understand defeat. Okay, can't do it anymore. So what am I going to do now? Maybe she said, "There's a will, there's a way. I'm going to do everything I can." Now, we stop for a moment and we say, let's apply that to today. Let's bring it into our time. How do we deal with the difficult situations that come up, and particularly as far as our children are concerned? Well, it's not easy. And I hear it all the time, probably because I'm older, and I'm hearing it, continuously. It's not easy these days, raising children. The world in which they live is so much different. It's so much more difficult than it used to be years and years ago. And so, how do we deal with the situations? Well, you've got different situations than what this lady had back there. But we still need to seek God's wisdom and God's guidance to deal with it. Now, I'm going to suggest that sadly, many moms today look for an easier road. It's not always seeking God's guidance, and many times it's just trying to find an easier road. Personal rights of the mom is out in front. Maybe the rights of the child is put to the background. Now, we know, and I'm not going to dwell on this business of abortion and so on, but the reality is that many children don't see the light of day, even in our province. Are people seeking the wisdom of God? In my own heart, I feel that there could be a lot more seeking for God's wisdom. Certainly, if we look across the country, we've got hundreds, maybe thousands of children. They're not convenient. It's not convenient to have them. So, the alternative is not one of loving care and kindness and looking after the wisdom. But let's move on. This mother's work. She had wisdom, but she worked at it. When the time came that she could no longer hide the baby, then she got Pepper's basket for him, coated it with tar and pitch. Even that process, the idea of making the basket and getting it covered with the proper material so that it would not leak and so on, that was not an easy process. It was not easy to do it, but it was not easy to hide it. And even, okay, she's got the baby, she's got the basket, and now, what am I going to do with him? And her decision is to take him and put him down into the river, the water edge. Close him in with the various plants that's growing there. So she had to work on it. But she added confidence. And this is, again, something that we need to have as parents and as mothers. She had the confidence that God was with her. God was going to help her. God was going to provide a way for her. And so, while I do my part, I need never forget that God is going to use my effort, whatever it is. You could say that she was determined, and so she rolled up her sleeves and she got at it and got her hands dirty. Again, if we bring that idea forward to the church, unfortunately, our society today, and it's not only in the church, but it's in every branch of society, we look at it and we say, well, what's happened to this group, this organization? What's happening to that organization? And they're all finding the same thing. We don't have the people who are willing to get their hands dirty. We don't have the people who are willing to stand up and say, I'm going to work for this particular goal. Let me put up a couple of verses there. John 4:35. I tell you, open your eyes, look at the fields. They are ripe for harvest. And there's always that need out there for people who are going to stand up. And God says, look, there are people out there that's lost. There are people out there that have needs. And within the church, unlike the other organizations, and while many of them will do good, within the church, we have got a group of people that live for the Lord, and because we live for the Lord, then our mission is to serve the people out there. And are there any there? The fields are white to harvest. The harvest is ripe, and we still need people. And of course, James 2:17 says, faith by itself. So that's why over and over, I guess, in the past, we've heard people say, people of faith, come together, and worship together. And it's wonderful to worship together. As long as we always realize that our mission is not just to come together. This is only just a refueling stop. That's all. We come, come to church, and as good as that is, and as enjoyable, and we come and we enjoy the presence of the Lord, and we enjoy each other's company, and we say, we've been blessed to worship in this way. And worship is always wonderful. But it's not the end in itself. The end is out there. Faith by itself is dead. We've got to put it into action. Exodus 2 was about one mother saving one baby. Could it be that God has placed in our field not just one baby, not just one individual, but maybe a whole lot of people that we need to reach out to. People that need to be saved. That's our mission. That's our goal. Well, this woman was wise. She had wisdom. She worked. And let me suggest number 3, that this woman was a winner. Take this baby and nurse him. Now this is Pharaoh's daughter. The story is a beautiful story, because this Pharaoh's daughter and the servants come along and they discover the baby there by the side of the river. bring the baby over to Pharaoh's daughter, and she looks at him and says, oh, ooh, it must be one of these Hebrew children. What am I going to do with him? I can't take him back to the palace, because if I take him back to the palace, guess what? My father is going to say, he's got to go in the river just like the rest. So I can't do that. So Miriam is nearby. You know, she's only 10 years old, but she's nearby. She's doing an excellent job. And so, she comes up to, oh, excuse me, madam. You seem to have a little problem. Could I help you? Maybe there's a woman there in the village that I could go and find and bring back to because she would care for this child, for you. She had all the right things to say because God was directing her voice and her words. Yeah, that'd be a nice idea. Sure. Why don't you run over, run into the village and find somebody? See if you can find anyone at all. And of course, you go back to her mother. And her mother comes. Would you be willing to take this little boy and raise him? Now, when he gets older, I'll take him to the palace. Wow! Winner! Of course. Take the baby, nurse him for me, and I'll pay you. And she took the baby, and she nursed him, and she cared for him for a number of years, until he was old enough to go with Pharaoh's daughter. Mother's influence along the way played a huge part in preparing her son. Because she had no idea. She had no idea that her son was going to be a leader. Her son was going to lead the people out of the bondage. Her son would lead them through the wilderness. But her love and her faith and her courage saved not only her son, but God's people were free because of her devotion. Again, we rush forward and we say, where are we today? What can we do? We don't have that baby, we don't have that situation. No, we've got none of those things. But we still are people of influence. If I were to talk to most of you today, you would stop and say, my grandchildren mean the world. My grandchildren are so lovely. And you'd all brag about your grandchildren. You are a person to influence. You are a person to influence that child. You are a person to influence. And let's face it, you know, none of us are exempt. We can't say, well, I'm not a mother, therefore I got no influence. You still have influence. And it might be a baby that's, well, one of the children that's here in the church. It might be an influence there, but it might be a great big baby. It might be that your influence is with 20, 30, 40, 50-year-old. Who knows? But you're still people of influence. God wants you to use His wisdom. God wants you to use your work. And God, in the end, will be sure that you are victorious, you are a winner.